You have got the world famous Strictly Business Show with me, Dr. J, the sexiest fitness show in the world. It is Patricia Rae Friday with me, Dr. J. We're going to see what Patricia Rae got to say.
I love that you rhyme my last name with everything.
And Patricia Rae, you look absolutely beautiful for 5 a.m. in the morning. My God, you must get up at midnight, or do you just roll out of bed? This is your roll out of bed look, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You just roll out of bed, just ready to go. Amazing. You don't need any hair or makeup. Just fall out of bed. There you go. You're always camera ready, you know? I think that's wonderful about you. Now, Patricia Rae, you obviously are you a big chicken fan?
Listen, I love chicken. I love fried chicken, grilled chicken, baked chicken. I'm a chicken person because chicken's low fat and it's except when it's fried, obviously. Until you fry it. It's a good protein to have when you're having lots of salads and you're trying to lose weight to get that washboard stomach.
You talking about grilled chicken with no seasoning on it? That's the type of grilled chicken breast with no skin and seasoning, of course. But once you start dumping it into a vat of grease, Al Sharpton admittedly said back in the day when he was big, he was a fried chicken holic.
He's a chicken holic.
Yeah. And I hate those signs though that always when you're somewhere, you ever drive through a town and you see best fried chicken in the world, best fried chicken in town. I hate those signs with a passion. There's a liquor store down the street from my house and it has a sign that says coldest beer in town. Really? How do you know you're the coldest beer in town?
And how is that even legal? Best pizza in New York, you know?
Yeah.
Best coffee.
Crazy.
How
coffee.
How can you claim that and not get sued? I don't know.
I don't know. There should be a competition. So we have a list of best. Yelp came out with a list of best hot chicken in all states. Now I would love to see best fried chicken, period.
Oh yeah.
But hot chicken's the thing. And you don't have to have hot chicken. You can have the mild version, but it's not going to taste as good as the hot chicken because they're not going to put the seasoning to it. Now, Yelp has a list, and let me tell you how they do this.
Okay, how do they do this?
They basically identify businesses in the chicken shop category on Yelp, and they concentrate on the ones that got the most 5-star reviews.
Okay.
So here's one of my problems with
I thought they just stand in front of a store and say, "Hey, how's this chicken?"
I would accept that. Patricia, I would love that if somebody was out there actually taking a survey. But this survey is based on, okay, obviously people who eat a lot of fried chicken.
and people who Yelp.
And people who Yelp, because it's not easy to Yelp. You have to have a Yelp account.
You do.
So these people eat this chicken in every state, apparently. Then they go home and they log on to their Yelp account and they tell us how good that chicken is. Now, there's a lot of eatery places out there I love. There's a Mexican food in Palos Verdes I love. There's a place not too far from my house I just discovered called the Walker House. Great restaurant. Had my son's graduation brunch there. Just discovered it. I've never eaten at a place so good that I said, let me get a Yelp account and let me let the world know this chicken is that good. Have you ever ate something that wonderful?
Really? I did. I Yelped the not that long ago. There's a pizza place near my house. Gosh, now the name escapes me because I'm having like a senior moment.
I'm having a senior moment too. I can't believe Patricia Rae is revealing on the Strictly Business Show. You're a Yelp person. I just got through talking about you. You're that person?
It's called Hot Tongue, and it's in Silver Lake, and it's a vegan pizza place.
Okay.
And they make a gluten-free, they make their own dough, and they make a gluten-free dough that is so incredible. It's fluffy, delicious, savory. The pizza doesn't even have cheese on it. They put like vegan cheese on it. And it's so delicious that I had to give them a Yelp review because I couldn't believe I have a yeast allergy. And I couldn't believe that I could eat this pizza and chew through it because I get this other pizza at another place. I won't name it because it's so hard. It's like eating shoe leather. So I gave them a really good review.
So you're
Hot
one of those
tongue.
people. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm
Oh no, I don't
sorry
care. You don't
that
offend me.
you actually did that. Okay, then there's a place for people like you in the universe to help us out.
Well, I like to support small businesses, and that's the best way to support them is to give them a good Yelp review, actually.
Now, I've also known stories of people who have businesses, and then, of course, they tell their family and friends, go on and give me a good Yelp review. And those are the places you go to based on reviews, and you say, this sucks. How come this got 5 stars? That happens a lot.
It
Now,
does.
in California, the big spot is Holland Rays in Los Angeles.
Have you
Have you had
been?
Holland? I have not been to Holland Rays.
Me neither.
Holland Rays. That's how you
Howlin'
say it.
Rays. Mm-hmm.
He owns the business with his wife, and apparently it's unbelievable. The flavors there. There are comments saying, I live out of town and I come all the way to try Holland Rays. Ray, he started off as a food truck. Now, I've told people this before. You want to start
You
your own
have.
foodie business, a food truck or the farmer's market is the best way to test your market and your audience. And then they have 2 brick and mortars, one in LA and one in Pasadena.
Yeah, in Chinatown.
Now, Holland Rays is not good for you. Now, in New York, you're from New York. Have you heard of this one place? In New York, the #1 spot is Rowdy Rooster.
Rowdy Rooster.
You familiar?
I don't really eat the hot chicken because
I don't either.
what makes it hot?
It's spicy and it's usually really greasy. It's not good chicken for you to eat. And we're going to talk about that in the next segment of what people shouldn't be eating. It is not, it's one of those chickens that whatever container they put it in, the juice is coming through the bag or the container. You need extra napkins because you got grease all on your face and your fingers. It really is not a healthy option.
No, it really isn't. But there's a lot of things on this. Alabama's Eugene's Hot Chicken, Alaska, the Chicken Coop, Arizona, Birdhouse, Arkansas, Dots, Nashville Hot Chicken, Colorado, Kickin' Chicken, Connecticut, Bird Code Hot Chicken.
Georgia, Atlanta Rocks Chicken and Fries, Hawaii, Willie's Hot Chicken. That sounds delicious.
Even in Michigan and Minnesota, Michigan Hancock, and the Minnesota's called Nashville Coop. So there's a lot of kicking hot chicken out there.
Now, I've driven by Las Vegas, the Crack Shack, when they really should change that name.
Shack.
In Las Vegas, anything goes in Las Vegas. It's called the Crack Shack. I wouldn't. Yeah, well, that's what it is. The Crack Shack.
The Crack Shack.
But I rather in Pennsylvania, in Philly, it's Love and Honey Fried Chicken. Now that sounds delicious. What would your hot chicken place be called, Patricia? If you ever decide to go in a hot chicken business, what would you call it? The name is everything.
It would have to be some spicy things.
Patty's Spicy Hot Chicken.
Spicy thighs.
Oh, I like it. Patty's Spicy Thighs. That would definitely work. In Kansas, they got Duh Chicken Shack and More, DA', Duh. In Wichita, Candy, Duh Chicken Shack and More. Now, don't assume because it's Duh Chicken shack that is owned by black people, okay?
That's right.
Don't
Don't you be
assume that.
racist like that.
Yeah.
But I did want to read some of the ingredients that makes a hot chicken hot.
Oh, please do.
So, hot chicken often includes cayenne pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and other spices in a dry rub or marinade. So yeah, sometimes it's dipped in buttermilk to add acidity.
Ooh, yes.
And then most hot chicken restaurants offer different levels of heat from mild to extreme. And they also can cook it in a cayenne oil. Can you imagine on top of all
Oh,
of that?
really?
Yeah. So, not, but speaking of the health risks, you really do have to be careful with some of these hot, hot spicy chicken or any kind of spicy food because you could have an adverse reaction. Reflux is one of the big ones.
Yeah, you could get to the point you can't swallow, and you could start belching uncontrollably. You're right. Certain things, some people's constitution is not that strong to handle some of this. So if you are trying a public service announcement here from Dr. J,
Exactly. Start
although
with
I'm
the
not
mild.
I'm not a real doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm an education doctor. But yeah, you should try a mild and don't bite into it like insanely. Just take a little nibble and test the waters before you go all in. I don't really like hot, spicy food unless it has a real good taste and kick to it.
Mhm.
And then it's like, you ever taste something that was so hot, but it was so good? It's like you just couldn't stand it, and then you just burning your mouth because it's so
Yes.
good.
You're like, oh, that's so good. I can't stop. But I just want to give a shout out to my favorite fried chicken place. I don't think
Oh,
they do a hot, but it's Dinah's. You ever eat at Dinah's fried chicken?
there was a Dinah fried chicken back in the day in my area. They closed it down. Is that the one in West LA, I want to say?
No, this one is in Glendale.
Oh, no. I haven't been to a Dinah in a long time. So
Yeah.
Dinah's chicken, maybe we should do a live remote off of Friday there. A Patricia Rae Friday at Dinah's Chicken.
Fried Chicken.
I have
I'll
to
look
try
into
that.
it.
Yeah, let's work out really hard one week and then we can go and have some fried chicken. It really isn't good for you folks, but let's try in moderation, whatever that is. Some people, moderation is one time a day.
I know, right?
It's Patricia Rae Fridays with award-winning actress Patricia Rae. Coming up, we got some business, the business of health. Dr. J always likes to talk about that, especially on a Friday going into the weekend. You have got the world-famous Strictly Business Show with me, Dr. J, the sexiest business show in the world and the greasiest on Patricia Rae Friday on New HD Radio.